Matt Reeves's and Robert Pattinson's The Batman was fantastic. I absolutely loved it, and it was definitely the darkest, grittiest Batman we've had. I'm not saying it's the best Batman we've ever had. That's probably still The Dark Knight. But, I mean, it was definitely the darkest, the grittiest. Well, now Colin Farrell, who has completely read the script, told us a little while ago that he's not in too much of the movie. He's got a reduced role in this one. But he's made some more comments about it that I think are very interesting and makes me wonder about some things. Now, this comes from CBR, writing, Colin Farrell confirms that his return for the Batman 2 teases scarier sequel with bigger stakes. He wrote this: as noted by industry fan account DCU Prime on TV on Twitter, returning star Colin Farrell recently confirmed both his status in the Batman Part 2 and what fans can expect from the upcoming sequel. This is what Colin Farrell said. I've got an even smaller role in this one, Farrell stated, but I'm okay with that. I've read the script from start to finish, and I can't say much about it, but it's deeper, it's scarier, and the stakes are bigger. I'm really excited to see it. It's deeper, it's scarier, the stakes are bigger, and I'm really excited to see it. All right. Normally, what I and many of you guys would do is, newsflash, actor in upcoming movie says movie's gonna be really good. Woo, Kel Supri. I'm gonna give a lot more weight to this one though, because Colin Farrell, whether it's an act or not, has kind of almost been separating himself a little bit from Penguin, playing coy about Penguin season. I don't even know that I want to do Penguin season 2. He's been around like, I'm not even in the Batman 2 very much. I actually have a very small role. I'm not in it much. It seems to me that Colin Farrell is less prone to the hype train on this one than, say, maybe Robert Pattinson would be, or Matt Reeves would be. If the director comes out, oh, this is going to be even better. For Colin Farrell, who's saying, look, I'm not even in this movie much, but this thing is deeper, this thing is scarier, and this thing has bigger stakes.
And I like you.
How do you take a movie like The Batman and make it deeper? That was a deep movie, man. For a comic book film, that was an extremely deep movie. How do you make it the stakes bigger? The city was on the line, the flood and all that kind of stuff. How do you make it scarier? That was the most terrifying of Batman movies. Like what Paul Dano did with Riddler. I mean, the movie starts with a brutal murder. Like right off, Batman, welcome, thanks for coming, folks, kill. It starts, and there's some pretty brutal murders in the movie as well. So I don't know. You can still make an argument that Colin Farrell's an actor in the movie and he's just hyping it up. Fair enough. I happen to believe there's more to it than that. And I'm already excited for the Batman 2 whenever it comes. But I find Colin Farrell's comments here pretty interesting. Rob, you're hearing Farrell saying this is deeper, it's scarier, stakes are higher, all that kind of stuff. Do you buy what he's selling? And if you do, where could this go with a second film?
I buy it. I mean, I think that one of the things that I really like you pointed out, the first Batman, it was pretty, it had a lot of scope, but its scope was emotional. You had the Penguin, you had Catwoman, you had Riddler, you had everybody in Gotham City. You had all the relationships that Batman had, especially with the chief, or the chief to be, and the film really resonated on a number of levels. And I think that Colin Farrell is also, because look, he's been in everything. He doesn't need to hype. By the way, he was great as Sonny Crockett, Miami Vice. He doesn't need to do this. So I'm sure he's responding to it, and his response is genuine. And I think what they've done is it's call it the Empire Strikes Back of the Batman movies. The personal stakes are higher. The confrontation of Luke and Vader, give Batman that. Maybe the stakes are much more personal and scarier to Batman himself and everybody in his orbit. I mean, I would imagine, Matt Reeves is a very talented filmmaker, and they've taken a long time to write this script. So it's not surprising to me that the script is good. that they really thought long and hard about getting this script right. Even James Gunn was singing its praises. So it's not surprising to me that this is good. And what do I think it's going to be? I think that I think it's going to be emotionally much more difficult for Batman, because I do think the Batman had much bigger emotional, like Christopher Nolan's movies were more external. Everything that was going on was big. You had the politics of Gotham, you had the Joker, and you had but the Batman was more internal, especially in terms of Batman himself. I mean, he was not, whereas Christian Bale was much more established, that Bruce Wayne, because it was early on in the Batman's career in the Batman. So I would imagine that this movie has more of what turns the Batman into what he becomes later, meaning some dark shit's going to go down for our boy. Something like that. And I think that's what Colin Farrell was probably referring to.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Zapier. One of the biggest game changers of the past year has been AI. But let's be real, just talking about AI doesn't actually make your day any more productive. What does make it more productive is finding tools to put AI to work for you. And that's where Zapier comes in. Zapier is the easiest way to take AI and plug it directly into the apps and processes that you're already using every day. No IT bottlenecks, no complexity, just results. For me, it's been about saving time on repetitive stuff so I can focus on the work that matters and I actually enjoy. And it's not just me. Over 3.4 million companies are already using Zapier to streamline everything from sales and marketing to IT and HR. With their AI orchestration platform, you can connect top AI models like ChatGPT or Claude right into the apps you already use. So whether it's automatically enriching leads, coaching your sales team, or even resolving IT tickets, Zapier makes it simple. Guys, join the 3.4 million companies already automating with Zapier and transform how you work with Zapier and AI. Get started for free by visiting zapier.com/Campea. That's ZAPIER.com/Campea. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about Colin Farrell's comments saying this new Batman movie, even though he's not in it nearly as much, is going to be deeper, it's going to be scarier, and the stakes are going to be bigger? Or do you just think, hey, this is just an actor hyping up his own movie? Or maybe you think there's more to it than that? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.